Yeah, people. Hello, we're here. Welcome to our live discussion show about Assassin's Creed, mainly Assassin's Creed Shadows, that we of course do here every week on Wednesday. And I'm as always joined by Frankie Boy, people also know him as Fragnart on the interwebs. And yeah, welcome, man. Good to see you again.
Hey man, great to see you on this almost official launch day.
Imagine if we lived in a different timeline. We would all be
then
playing. We
then
would
we
be
would
playing.
be having the controller in the hand and not this
Yeah.
silly book.
Yeah, don't worry, everyone. We will share you more quotes from the unofficial Assassin's Creed strategy guide.
But yeah, I just got the feedback, everybody. This is now known at the Ubisoft headquarters. So
Okay, great.
let's see what happens with Amazon. I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm giving it a few weeks before they remove it, but still, like,
Hopefully.
I really think that if you did not reach out to Ubisoft about it, then they would have never noticed because this released in August.
Yeah,
Crazy.
likely. I think they didn't care so far. So many things to talk about the potential release tomorrow, or
No, it
the
was
day after tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. So of course, when the game was announced back in May, they went with the November 15 date, which of course very common. Actually, today, 17 years ago, the first Assassin's Creed released. So it's actually the 17th anniversary of the franchise right now, which is kind of crazy. So congrats with that. Fun fact, this is also 10 years. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. My channel is now 10 years old. So,
happy
wow.
birthday to you.
I did not know that I started on the same day as Assassin's Creed 1 launched. Like, of course, with 7
Yeah.
years apart, but that's still crazy. That's
I
still
think
awesome.
you. What were your first videos? I think you started with those like Unity reaction, and
Nah,
so.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't
Okay,
wanna
okay,
talk
okay.
about
But when did you really change your content and have like this streamlined vision of the channel that you followed? I
It
think
started with like at one like I was doing of course everything alone for a long time, and I just because I'm really I came from a gaming press background, so I was really broad. Like I'm interested in all types of gaming news, so I covered everything from Nintendo, Sony, Ubisoft, etc. And then at one point I started to see, of course, I was making like a video a day for more than 2 years when not a lot of people were watching, like less than 1,000 views. And at one point there was a For Honor leak. For Honor, it was a ton of hype for Honor. So that was February 2017. And there was a leak for a character, and I covered that, and I kind of did some tips for it. And then I figured out, whoa, people are really interested in content about one particular game. Again, before that, I was really focused on this is what is happening with PlayStation in general, and more like approaching it from a gaming press mindset. And then because I was also still freelancing for the IGN, so not the US version, but the Benelux version where I'm from, and I also was doing a weekly show on on the biggest Dutch radio station. I could get access to Horizon Zero Dawn early, and could go to Guerrilla Games. When the channel was still very small, but I was already doing a lot of news videos on Horizon, and I could get the game 2 weeks early or even 3, I think. So I had a ton of that was really insane. So I could complete the game and do everything. And then I kind of started making the tips videos that we're still making right now. And then of course at the end of 2017, Ubisoft took notice of the Horizon videos and was like, hey, do you want to go to Gamescom to play Origins? And then I went to Gamescom, got invited for the channel to play Origins for the first time. Then I was the first person in the world to get a cool outfit in Origins that nobody else got. So that kind of went semi-final viral, and then I was like making the tips and tricks, the in-depth weapon videos for that game as one of the like. Did we meet then, or was it more for the year after that? We met after that, right?
I think 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in 2017, like I did start my channel in late 2017, so we
Okay.
didn't know back then. But I think you followed me for after like 2 months or
Yeah.
so. That was pretty early, and I was quite excited back then, to be honest. Yeah, I did never tell you.
Awesome. Yeah, no, it was cool to meet you because you were also making similar content, and not a lot of people were doing that back then for single player games. It was mostly the Destinies, the Division that people were making a lot of tips for, but not for the single player RPGs. And they were of course kind of popping off as well with Assassin's Creed, Horizon. Of course, after that, God of War came out that also included way more RPG elements. So that's kind of how it went, and now you kind of know which games like Wukong this year, for example, made a ton of sense to a lot of people were interested in that. So then it's really fun to make tips for that and update videos. Still, as I always say though, the post-launch and the kind of update and playing with the community, that's still my favorite part of covering games. And so that's one of the reasons also. Like, I'm really looking forward to playing Shadows, but I'm more looking forward to start that, this sounds kind of corny, but that journey again, of course, to, hey, well, what's gonna happen post-launch? Will we find, like, the Jackal's Gaze story for people who don't know, that in a very early Origins mission, there was this cutscene where Bayek would go to a burned village, and then it was kind of weird because it was a main mission, but it felt kind of strange that it was suddenly a motion capture scene where he would suddenly have this Anubis bow in his hands, and that did not make any sense because you did not have that bow at that moment. And then after that cutscene stopped, like he was like going to some guards that were walking around there, and he was like holding the bow like this, and then after that cutscene ended, you got that bow, that Jackal's Gaze bow, that was like the best bow period in the game. So you got it like very early on, but then we figured out that was not supposed to happen, and they later removed it, and then brought it back with the Trial of the Gods later on. So I love kind of stories like that where we're suddenly where like things that were not supposed to happen create this sort of story of their own that only kind of the people that are really focused and in like play a certain game a lot understand and know. And I love these kinds of stories, and we saw that with Valhalla with the Nodens arc and stuff like that as well. So I hope we get more of that.
Yeah, diving into these kind of games, that's totally my thing as well. And really giving the long-term content support for it and talking about everything. And also, of course, interacting with the communities, such as in this live stream setups right here. And I think with Shadows, we will have a lot to talk about each week as well. New updates, new things they release. And we might have been talking about it in a different word right now, but we are not. So we're going to cover something else today. But
that's in a different world, this would have been a very cool stream because we probably would have finished the game already. Like, of course, as creators, we are lucky enough to get games early so we can prepare a lot of content for you. Like, it would suck if we have to play at the same time and then play and make videos. So we usually play a lot, and then when everyone starts playing, we are focused on making videos. Then it would have been a very interesting podcast talking about, what did you think of it, and how are you feeling? But now we're 93 days from the February 14th launch. We do have a bit of interesting new info. Samaya already with the super chat as always. Thanks for that. So much AC news to go through today. Of course, we all know it's a joke because we're trying our best. We look under every table. I went to the Ubisoft office with binoculars. Maybe I could like spot some screens, See if I could get some info.
You know, that's an awesome idea. Since I live in Düsseldorf and, Ubisoft Düsseldorf is a thing right here, they're in a glass building. Huh.
What are you doing here? next week
them
you're
out.
going there. You're standing outside of their office. And you're like, okay, let's with a live stream, and you're like mobile phone with like 100 times zoom. That would be cool.
850 millimeter objective. Yeah. Might be the thing. Snipering in and then taking photos.
I don't think this is allowed, and I don't know what Düsseldorf is doing. Didn't they do the Nexus game?
Yeah, they do the VR games. And there's also Blue Byte for Anno.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, they're
doing that as well,
Yeah,
and the Settlers. So yeah, but maybe the marketing department has something to snipe.
to snipe.
Though
Don't do this.
sometimes,
by the way,
sometimes it feels like they also don't know the stuff. Yeah.
Or they say they don't know. That's of course the tactic for every marketing person. If we are asking questions that they don't want to answer, I don't know either. Mostly they know. Thanks everyone for joining and for all the birthday wishes again. It's the 17th anniversary of Assassin's Creed. 17 years ago. Do you feel old? The first game came out. Did you play it, by the way, the first game? Immediately when it came out.
I played it, and I just did a video about it last week, but not on my channel, but another one, a podcast stylish. And we dived into like Amazon 1-star ratings for Assassin's Creed 1. That was a lot of fun, and people were back then already complaining about, the game is so repetitive, but the graphics, they look super awesome. And from today's perspective, looking at AC1 and saying the graphics looks awesome, it's kind of weird.
I do remember, especially like, maybe I can look that up, like the first time you entered Jerusalem and then from the horse, from the mountain down, like that's really cool.
So I played it, but I didn't think I played it really back then. And yeah, there's also like problems to get it running on PC right now. I had to edit some scripts in the files, and yeah, Odyssey still holds up. Yeah, of course. But AC1, good times. I mean, it was like setting the foundation for the series, and for what it was, in my opinion, it was nice.
Yeah, 100%. And it's a super important game. And they, of course, took a lot of feedback and improved it with AC2 by... Yeah, not everything was nice. Of course, like one of the feedback was we want to do more than just... Because AC1 was very... And to be honest, I haven't played the game in quite some time. But I remember it was... very basic in terms of go after these targets, and there was not a lot of variety in how you would approach that, and only one target was really like different, right? One target was not the person they had like a helmet, I think.
Yeah, the female one, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then,
exactly.
Yeah, that was a cool twist. I wanted to see more of that, so that was cool that they were toying around with that, and then. That's why I hope we get an AC1 remake. I think it will happen probably in 3 years at the 20th
And maybe we can swim in it. Like, back then, Altair wasn't able to swim. That was so crazy.
Stuff like that. Yeah, of course. And I really hope they also improve the variety in the in the targets we had to kill in the overall gameplay. Yeppy is asking, are we getting a remake? Again, what we know from Ubisoft is that they did say that there are multiple remakes coming, and we know one of them is Black Flag, and I know some other people have said that the other one is AC1. So yeah, I think as it stands right now, Shadows of course in February, Black Flag in November probably, then Hexe in November 2026, and then so they want a mainline game, smaller game, mainline game, smaller, and then so after Hexe we have a mainline game. That is Hexe, and then a smaller title would probably be the AC1 remake if I had to bet at that November 13th date, if they can hit that for the full nostalgia experience. And I think that would be really, really awesome. But yeah, that's so far away. You know what's closer?
Yeah. The
Oh,
Lego
and by the
launch.
way,
Okay.
one cool story. I did, like Assassin's Creed 1 actually pushed me to buy a PS3 because back then the
Oh.
PS3 was, I think, did they already make it 400? Like at one, of course, the PS3 when it came out was like super expensive and nobody bought it. But yeah, at one point they launched AC1 and Ratchet and Clank, Tools of Destruction, and I wanted both games. So I spent the whole day working at my aunt was working in a toy store where they also had like a lot of games. So I was like working there for a day, earning some money, and I also saved up to get the PlayStation. And because I bought it at my aunt's toy store, I also got a bit of a discount. So and then yeah, I played AC1. That was the first game I played on the PS3. Good times.
Good times back then. Now, 17 years later almost, we're sitting here and waiting for the first ever non-autumn release for an AC game.
Oh my god, crazy. I mean, to be fair, Dawn of Ragnarok, that was also, of course, in March. That was also...
Yeah, but it was a DLC.
Yeah, I know. I do think they wanted that at the end, probably, of the year as well, but it got pushed. But if we go here, we are at the Discord.
Oh,
Did you see
Discord
this?
exception.
Wait, I'm gonna go to the Assassin's Creed Discord in the browser so we can actually zoom in a bit, because then
Zoom. Whoosh. Wow. With sound effects.
you can close the browser or continue with the web version. I want to just continue with the web version. Can I please do that?
Yeah, sure.
Oh.
You
No,
gotta
I
log
can't.
in now, etc.
No, I got it. Oop.
Technical support Raptor. How
Boom.
can I help you?
Yeah, here we are. Boom, boom.
Boom, 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 boom.
Okay,
The digital.
so this was a bit. Yeah, okay. So we have some extra info on the. Of course, with the delay, a lot of things changed, and they now gave some extra info on that. So, what happened to the exclusive Season Pass quest? Did you remove it? Of course, every Season Pass for a Ubisoft game had an exclusive mission that would then be available day one if you have the Season Pass. No. So, following the cancellation of the Season Pass quest will be accessible for all players day one. So, that answers one of the questions. So, basically...
3 quests.
So basically, everyone is getting. If you were just buying the standard edition, you now get an extra quest, which is good news.
Yeah,
and we
good
have
to
some,
include it.
and we have some extra info on that quest as well. So let's quickly go over that. Infiltrate a secret society from the inside. Hype.
Wow, thrown to the dogs.
So now we're getting to that. That's the other one. So if we go back, what is the bonus pre-order quest that is available at launch? That is Thrown to the Dogs. Will be the quest available for all people who pre-order the game. So that is that is basically still the same. So everyone gets the season pass mission, which is kind of cool. But the mission with Nawe, or like the image we have, that is still the pre-order mission. So that is the same. And this one usually, like all the pre-order missions, usually of course become available in Ubisoft Connect a little after launch. So that will be probably the case for this one as well. But if you want it at launch, you have to pre-order the game. And I know the pre-orders are still not live everywhere, right?
I don't think so, yeah.
I
think they're up on Ubisoft's official website, but
not on the PlayStation
maybe not,
Store, I think.
Maybe not
Like,
there.
well,
By the way, do you remember like all the pre-order bonus quests from the last games? For Origins, it was like this Aya Sea mission with the boats.
was it?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Or was it like available through Uplay units, this mission? Not sure.
Yeah, so Shadows is still, you can only wishlist it still in the PlayStation Store.
Oh,
so you
okay,
can
crazy.
Still not pre-order it, which is kind of crazy.
It is definitely crazy. I mean,
Why?
that must have been a decision by Sony to not make it available for ordering. So they say like, if you delay it yet another time, we don't want this refund process. It costs us money.
Yeah. No.
Just do it right.
I don't know,
know.
because I think it's also not available in on Xbox yet. I think it's just Ubisoft just has to, I would imagine, pull the trigger. So it's weird that they're not doing that yet. So we will of course keep you posted when it's available. Yeah, it's add to wishlist in the on Xbox as well. So I'm still waiting for my collector's edition money. Because if you bought the collector's edition, you should get some money back because they lowered the price. But I don't know. Maybe I should.
You should definitely.
Yeah, maybe I should reach out to the store where I got it.
Maybe you should. I think it might be possible that some stores, depending on the store where you get it, don't do it themselves.
Yeah.
Or only on request.
Yeah, I think so too. So that kind of sucks.
You know the businesses. They keep every cent they own for themselves. So yeah.
I mean, I would also maybe they are not aware of anything that is happening as well. Like that, yeah, they probably might not know that that the collector's edition, because in many stores the collector's edition is already sold out. So sometimes you cannot buy it anymore. So let's look at the pre-order stuff for Secrets of the Pyramid.
The ambush at sea. That's
okay, ambush at sea. That was the pre-order mission for Origins.
It was one of the ones, of course. Yeah, bonus ability points. I mean, it's kind of an advantage, really. Yeah.
It was only 10 minutes. Who remembers this mission?
I do. I remember, like, this was really the testing for the naval combat in Odyssey, right?
Yeah, but of course during the main story you had one of these missions as well.
And I think I never was able to play this mission again after I once played it. I don't know why, but yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go. Sick. So that was pretty unique pre-order mission. Kiki Bar says that they know, they remember this mission as well. How much difference will it be? So how much difference will it be as Dawn for the collector's edition? I think it's €40 and $50. Sorry, what were you saying?
This as a pre-order mission is like really a tease for the community, because it's like different gameplay from the rest, really different. And I don't know, they never did it afterwards, like that variety in gameplay for a mission.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
It must have been like maybe from the team of Odyssey, they implemented this mission where they already did the naval system for Odyssey. And they tested it out there, if it works, what the community has to say. I mean...
Yeah, no, I mean, to be fair though, they could not really get a lot of... wow, it's very similar to Odyssey.
Yeah, I think it's basically the Odyssey system without the depth to the ship upgrades, of course.
But again, like I'm saying, this mission was not the only mission that had it. Like, everyone played a naval mission during the main story at the end, right?
Really?
When you, as Amunet, go to Caesar, you are also on a boat, and I think you also do naval combat.
I'm not too sure about that. Don't have it in my head right now, but it might be the case, of course. Yeah.
I remember that. Maybe people can confirm it.
7 years ago, my brain is already dead.
Ben is saying that you guys talking about refunds. I pre-ordered the collector's edition. So the collector's edition is the only thing that still stands. So all the other pre-orders are gone, but the collector's edition still stands. The thing is though that they lowered the price. So if you like I already paid the amount of money that it cost. So I paid it in advance. So then I should get the money back, at least the €40. So I should go after that. And if you, like me, did that as well, then yeah, you should also contact your retailer. So
Yeah, but don't cancel it because right now you have your spot and it's limited, of course.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty interesting mission overall. But it feels to me more that this was already, I think, naval mission. A naval fleet boss. Yeah, again, I think this is the you're even with Bayek on the ship. So this was during the main quest. So yeah, they
it slowly comes back.
Yeah. So this was like near the end of the game. So yeah,
what a nice test for the ship mechanic. Yeah.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, and of course, still, even though it was kind of similar in Origins, you were only able to do it during these missions that were not replayable. Yeah, even the fire bombs, damn son, and like the weak spots on the ship. It's crazy, actually.
It's exactly the same. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
But great that they already had it working 1 year ahead.
Yeah, I mean, of course, like when Origins came out, Odyssey was almost feature complete. Like because they only had one extra 1 year, and the final year is mostly for polishing and stuff. So
sure, yeah.
So they already were working together on this, which kind of fun.
For Valhalla, we had like I think some supernatural, mythical pre-order mission.
So if I go to
was it like Way of the Berserker style or so?
Yeah, you had but let's go to Odyssey first because we're now skipping Odyssey.
Oh, that game exists as well, exactly.
Your favorite of the bunch, right? Let's see. Oh wow, they did a trailer actually for it.
Oh, how cool is that?
It was like the Blind Prince or like the Prince. Yeah, it's like in a language I don't understand, but it was this mission. And then it had like a plot twist where at the end they were beating up the guy, I think. It's the blind guy. I did not like it that much because you just had to go to 3 viewpoints and then come back and fight a bit.
Yeah, I mean that story is not stuck to my head, so
yeah, this one
likely.
The image was really cool. The image of the blind.
Yeah,
prince,
the promo is pretty cool as well. Like standing with him there and looking like you fight together, and it's epic.
This was the end of the mission where you would. So yeah, so far the pre-order missions were pretty cool, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah, I think like really the one from Origins was the best with the naval combat because it was so unique back then in Origins. And even though, we of course had it in the story as well, the ship gameplay, as you just proved. Yeah. But I think like having this as an exclusive type of content you would normally not enjoy at this point in the story, etc.
Yeah, that was nice. Cool. Yeah, that was totally nice.
Not just.
Is it like here?
Yeah.
He goes back.
So and for Mirage as well, we had the 40 Thieves quest. I did not even play it at launch. I played it like 6 months after launch, as it came free to play. Yeah.
But that was actually an amazing mission. That was a really cool mission. Is he not gonna?
Yeah, with the vault at the end, it was nice. Overall, I really enjoyed Mirage. Maybe I should replay it again. What is the chat saying? Did you like Mirage? Did you play it at all? I'm curious.
I actually went back to Mirage for the PS5 Pro upgrade because it has a PS5 Pro upgrade. So if you, it totally looks pretty.
Is it notable?
Not compared to, for example, in Outlaws. In Outlaws, it's more noticeable, but they basically removed the quality and performance mode. So it's basically there's one option now, which is kind of cool.
It's like quality and performance combined now.
Yeah,
I think that's for most of the games. You have the better graphics, but also the FPS. Is it out for Valhalla as well?
No, it's not out for Valhalla. I still hope
sad.
It's kind of. I was thinking about this as well. For Valhalla, or like for every game, they did a sort of tease in the game for the next game. So did they do for Origins to Odyssey? Did they do something? But for Odyssey to Valhalla, they had the Valhalla armor set, right? The Viking sort of armor set, the Northern armor set, I think they called it.
I think they did that in this. Oh no, it was like in the cutscene in Odyssey where they
it was
showed that Elpidios went to Egypt, so that was like back promotion.
Yeah. It was
not forward as you mentioned.
Here, this was the armor set, the Northern Traveler. Wow, I got it. That was the set that they added to Odyssey pretty late after launch. Like here, this is 4 years ago, August 10th, 2020, and the Odyssey post-launch ended in 2019. So yeah, they suddenly like dropped this armor set, which was kind of cool. And
didn't the Odyssey post-launch content really end 2021 with the, or was it 2022 even?
2021 was the crossover
Cassandra
event,
special
but like the final update was the one where they added the black Pegasus mount. So like remember, Odyssey had an update every month, like a big one, every month, and like they had these blog posts as well, right? These videos where they were like every month we're talking about we're introducing this and this, and then at the end of 2019 they stopped with that, and then we had to wait half a year for Valhalla to be revealed, and then in August they launched this update to Odyssey. But what I really liked in Valhalla was, of course, the Mirage mission. Remember that? Where you're like,
you mean with
Roshan?
How was she called? Roshan, exactly. Yeah. Of course, you even got the outfit at the end, right?
Yeah, you got like the really cool outfit. So my point is that they have been doing this for all these games. So Valhalla got a tease for Mirage, this one. Odyssey got the Viking armor. Still can't remember if Origins had something for Odyssey. I'm not seeing it.
I'm not too sure as well. I mean, it was quite similar as well.
Yeah.
In terms of Mediterranean room. I mean,
Yeah,
you
but
could have easily lost it as a promo.
Yeah, but I think they did not do it because, of course, that team just immediately moved on to Valhalla. So, but they did for Origins, of course. Every new expansion, they did launch a free mission. That was kind of cool. And Odyssey, of course, did that as well with the Layla Atlantis free mission. And for the Legacy of the First Blade, I think they did something as well. But it's kind of interesting. You would think that for Shadows, they would do something in Valhalla or Mirage, right? But we haven't seen it. I don't think it will happen. Do you still think it will happen?
I don't think it will happen, to be honest.
No.
I think Mirage is just too small as well. With Valhalla, we had this extremely long tail of post-launch content. And I mean, maybe that promo mission was quite long and quite a lot of content. I think it's longer than the stuff they normally would do, like at this point. So it might be also being one of the first things they did for the DLC. I mean, Mirage was planned as a DLC. So maybe they implemented this as like the first quest and said, we're bringing this out, but this is the quest leading to it. We're going to leave it in. I don't know.
What do you mean that they made this quest for Valhalla first, or?
Yeah, maybe they made this quest for Valhalla, to be implementing the DLC in Valhalla, and then they left it in anyways.
Yeah, because of course first Mirage was gonna be a Valhalla DLC.
Exactly.
That would be kind of wild. Yeah, that would be wild though. I don't know, because I do think because Basim is not mentioned in this at all. I think,
Mm.
or a bit. I think he's. Yeah,
I'm not too sure. Yeah, it
I
was a
don't
long
think
time ago.
I don't think he
It,
was like actually mentioned. So
or
maybe
wasn't she on the search for Basim, Roshan? Hmm.
no, she was like going to take out a target, and then we did it.
Ah, okay. Okay. But yeah, I don't think that this kind of cross promo mission will come to Assassin's Creed Mirage to promote
Shadows.
Basic Shadows, and also not to Valhalla. Now imagine them bringing that to AC3 or so. You remember these rumors back then from AC3? Someone found like a Japanese sign in an
Oh
Isu castle or so and said, "Yeah, AC Japan is coming."
yeah, I
Um,
mean, like it would be cool to, of course, like it would not make sense to do that now because nobody has the game. But with like Infinity, like the Animus Hub, the idea is that they can more easily do stuff like that because then you would just install something in the hub and then maybe you go to an older game again without having to look for it or to buy it on your platform. I think the ideas like they could do some cool stuff with that, but that's still I think far in the future.
the
But yeah,
possibilities are infinite.
but I hope like in a perfect world, but I do think that if that happened, it would have already happened, I think. But that they go and make the Valhalla PS5 Pro New Game Plus update and then give you like a samurai armor or something, that would be amazing.
It would be also
And
yet another reason to start the game.
yeah, and just like that would be perfect in January while we're all waiting for the game, or like that would have been perfect this week where they're like, sorry we delayed it, but you can
We
already
got
dress
this
up.
tease. Oh,
Yeah,
that
you
would
can
be
already
fan
dress
service.
up as Yasuke in Valhalla because that's of course why they added the mission to Valhalla, why they gave the Viking armor to Odyssey to because a lot of people are still playing those games and they do have of course the advertisement in the menu when you boot up those games, but it's of course way cooler to get something in the game so you're constantly reminded, oh whoa, the new one is here. And I really think, yeah, that's of course why they want to do the Animus Hub as well. They want to immediately communicate with their core audience. And those people sometimes are not like very in tune, like not watching videos or on the internet. And then the only way to reach them is in the game they are currently playing. So I still hope that they do something like that. But I do think that, like you said, the ship has kind of sailed. I would be shocked if they... Yeah, because, again, we had the Valhalla outfit, or the Viking outfit for Odyssey in August, and the game came out in November. So that's like a few months apart.
Yeah.
And they only knew about the delay in like end of September. So I think they would have launched the Valhalla update already if it was a thing, but sad.
Exactly. Yeah, but in general, I would say Ubisoft is excellent at doing fan service in and cross promo in their own games. And as you just mentioned, a lot of people are not on social media, not watching the videos. Reaching them through the games is so smart, and reaching them with new content, of course, is so valuable. I think that's like one of the best marketing things you can do. You give something for free to the people, and they hopefully enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And then they
So
know
they
why
should
am
totally
I
do
getting
it.
that? Why am I getting that? Oh, it's because there's a new game. That's actually I think a good way for them to do it. But yeah, I don't think it will happen anymore. So we got a
That's
bit
sad.
more. Yeah, it totally is. We got a bit more of info here. So will the digital content change? Yes, the digital content has been updated. The AC Shadow Season Pass has been cancelled. So we do know, even though like the Season Pass is cancelled, we do know 2 expansions are at least coming. So after the one you can get for free if you pre-order, you also there's also a second one coming, and yeah, they will probably sell that. So that will be very interesting. For one, it will be very interesting to see how many people play the first DLC now that way more people have access to it. Will we also, in terms of content views and interest in the game, see that more people stick around because they know, oh, I have the first expansion anyways, even though I did not buy it. And what will then happen with the second expansion? Because then we can really see the difference. Like then, the second expansion will be for the first time an expansion that people have to buy into, while first people with the season pass had it already. So yeah, what if the Druids, the DLC that I see some people talk about in the chat, that I enjoyed as well. I still look back on it. I think it was a very cool experience. I loved what they did with the world, and it had some really cool unlocks. There was still, in terms of new elements and systems and activities, it wasn't that exciting. I did like in the German version that there was this one person who was like kind of a weird voice actor, but apart from that.
But I think they just picked him for his reach in the audience.
Oh,
of
really?
Creed, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, looking back on it, I think I do like the Druids and sort of the gameplay, like the werewolf fights and the Druid enemies were kind of cool. I think I overall liked it more than the Siege of Paris. Siege of Paris did less for me, even though I thought it would be the other way around when they announced it. But yeah, that would have been. It's like that will be the case for Shadows, that everyone who pre-orders gets the Druids, and then Siege of Paris, people have to buy it to get in. I'm really curious to see how that goes.
Yeah. Also, I'm curious what your thoughts are. Do you think that we will be able to buy these mastery points and the digital things they removed from the... I mean, they removed the editions, so only collector's edition guys will get it day one. But I know myself, I want these 5 mastery points. Even though it's just like maybe, I don't know, 1% more damage. I want it. How am I going to achieve that?
Yeah, so
without getting the collector's edition?
So let's read this. But the collector's edition will still include the base game and additional digital content. The Sekiryu dual pack, the Sekiryu hideout pack, and the 5 mastery points. And we were also talking about this, remember? The red dragon filter.
It's
will
back.
be available for everyone.
I never used these kind of photo filters, to be honest. I always use the camera vanilla without anything applied.
Yeah, I'm really curious what it is. But
most likely just red dragons as a frame around the picture, right?
It's gonna be like a cool sort of.
Everyone has glowy eyes, red.
It's gonna be like a cool filter like this, like something like that. So.
Likely some kind of comic.
Yeah, exactly.
Manga stuff.
Yeah, I think it's
filter maybe.
Like what will we see here in the background? I think something like that. So that could be kind of cool. But yeah,
I mean, it's your favorite color then, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Good news. So everyone gets it. So again, because of the delay, and I think it will be fun to kind of talk about some other things they, of course, said. Because yeah, it's said normally or like in a different timeline we would be playing the game this week, but now we do have a better version when it launches on February 14th. So again, we have the Season Pass mission will be available for everyone. The Red Dragon photo filter will be available for everyone. But yeah, like you said, the mastery points, I will have a head start, man. I will have this huge head start because I do have the mastery points.
If you get the collector's edition 1 week ahead.
No, I get it on launch day. So I will just use them later. I don't mind.
Can you, like, if you already own one game on your account, can you overwrite it with the collector's edition key?
Usually the digital content is separate. Usually the codes are separate.
Ah, okay. So you have an extra code for that.
Yeah. So you have a game code and you have because of course, especially now, they have the base game that everyone has. And then they have a separate code for the digital content. And for people who are like, what is the Sekiryu dual pack and the Sekiryu hideout pack? That's of course this.
That's awesome.
I do think this one will be sold separately, similar to Outlaws that also has the digital deluxe items that you can buy in. That's the only item you can buy in their shop, of course.
I think also, like this katana right there, it will do +5 extra dragon damage.
What does that mean? Dragon damage?
I can't tell you right now. Just joking, of course.
It will be It will be interesting though. Like this does show you that they are still going, even though the base game seems to be very grounded. If you want a freaking lion in your game or whatever this monster is, and want a glowing weapon, then you can still get it. But yeah, I do think this will be like a $10 pack that they will sell.
And 15 to 20. You're
Yeah?
going in cheap, yeah.
Oh
sure.
yeah, okay. It has a mount. It has a mount.
And if it's like combined with the settlement pack, it would be like 25.
I mean, this was first the ultimate pack, which included all these things, and that was $20.
Yeah.
Because so
But
I think
only as
this,
the ultimate pack, not if you get it separate.
No, we will see. 15. 15.
Yeah, I mean, we can also make shop price predictions for the microtransactions. Or maybe macrotransactions in the future.
Ellen is saying that is JorRaptor romantic with all the red in his life? What does the community think? Everyone should set JorRaptor red roses for Valentine's Day. Well, the funny thing is, Valentine's Day is the launch of this game. I will be.
Lol.
Yeah, we will. I will be knees deep in Japan. I don't have time for roses on February 14th.
Now
But-
imagine covering the game from Japan, from the locations of the game.
I
That
mean,
would be great.
I would be like stressed out probably because we would have very bad internet. I would not be able to upload.
Yeah, Ubisoft should take care of this. I have bad internet anyway, so nothing new for me. Yeah, always. Like streaming is really a struggle, and I'm super happy that it's working today. Yeah, no mistakes so far.
No, I mean, to be fair, like we only had issues when you went to your friend's house.
Yeah, exactly. That was awful. Yeah,
Yeah,
back then.
But he said it was my issue, right? Because he has no issue.
Want another quote of the awesome strategy guide?
Yeah, bring it. And I was gonna look at the things that we. Yeah, if you go look at, tell us some new information from the unofficial strategy guide, and then I'm gonna
Exactly.
go
So
over,
everyone,
a
don't buy
reminder.
it.
Yeah.
It's likely AI written, and I already reached out to Ubisoft about it. But I thought it's kind of fun to have some quotes about what they predict the game will be like. And I prepared 4 quotes. Let's see how many we're going to do today. The first one is on page 13. So let's see. We're diving into additional HUD elements according to T. Hopman.
Okay, bring it on. Give me.
Hopman, yeah, Ether, exactly. Additional HUD elements, game specific. Assassin's Creed Shadows may incorporate additional HUD elements depending on its unique gameplay mechanic and features. These could include social stealth indicator, a visual cue representing your level of notoriety or suspicion amongst NPCs. Higher levels may trigger investigations or open conflict. So, right now, we already know that this is not true, right?
No, I don't think the notoriety is in the game.
We already heard that Yasuke will like always be noted by anyone.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Because
yeah, he's like a big one, big boy.
so this doesn't make any sense right here. But of course, yeah, it could be that potentially they didn't tell us, and there would be like an indicator
I
in
think
the
it's
game.
a higher chance that this strategy guide is fake. But give me more info if you have.
Like chances that this is fake is like 99.9%, but I think yeah. Next feature: Eagle Vision or Animus Pulse, a special vision mode that highlights enemies, objectives, and interactive elements in the environment. The Animus Pulse, the best feature ever. Didn't they first say it's not in, but then we saw it in yet another video? Wasn't that the case, really?
The Animus Pulse.
Yeah.
I mean, we know Naue has Eagle Vision.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I don't think Yasuke has it.
Oh, that would be interesting to have her like seeing everything through walls and him not.
Yeah, but I think for Yasuke it doesn't really make sense because you will be breaking walls, so you will be it would kind of suck, I think, for Yasuke to be able to do it, because then you already know, okay, I'm gonna fight 6 enemies that are over there. I think it will be more fun to reach that sort of open place and have the enemies also come from angles you might not expect. But yeah, it's another W for Naue. And yeah, we know the skill is kind of like in Naue's favor right now. So
Yeah. They have 3 more potential HUD elements. First one is the parkour assist, visual aids that guide you towards climbable surfaces or parkour routes. I don't think that will be in the game, right?
No.
Like having jump here.
No, I don't think that's maybe like an accessibility feature. That's the only way I can see it.
Yeah.
All right.
But I still think it might be unlikely because like they really paint those surfaces which you can climb, so you visually always know.
Yeah. And then they will have another paint for things that Naue can climb and Yasuke cannot.
Exactly.
No.
Next one, detective vision / investigation mode. Like when I hear it, I think about Garrett from Rivia getting into the meditation mode and seeing everything around him, and they also implemented that in Valhalla for these kind of missions with these awesome
I'm
animations.
kind of over the whole detective mode. I'm kind of over the missions where it's like, go investigate this area, and then you simply press a button near a corpse or near some footprints, and then your character kneels down and is like, it seems like they were just here a moment ago.
Exactly.
And then you like fill
I think
the
they
bar.
did that in Mirage as well, right?
Yeah, they again, it feels like really open world PS4 generation type of missions, and I hope we move away from that in Shadows, but I kind of worry that it might still be in there.
Yeah, our prediction really nailed what Hopman has to say about it. A mode that allows you to analyze crime scenes, gather clues, and reconstruct events. Like the last thing he says, and that's of course awesome again. Awesome intro, thank you. And it's really in the book. Multiplayer scoreboard / objectives. Displays information about your team's progress, individual scores, and objectives in multiplayer modes. What do you think about these awesome multiplayer confirmed by Hopman?
Yeah. I mean, maybe Hopman is like outside Ubisoft Dusseldorf with a binocular and has been writing the book like that. Maybe they know more than we think, but I don't think.
And he's always on ChatGPT.
Yeah,
write that.
Write that. It's still crazy that you can make a whole book with ChatGPT, but we've seen it.
It's insane. It really works. Like, this was the first thing I just noted, and I think sometimes they really have a point, because, like, obviously he's taking info from past Assassin's Creeds and predicting the next Assassin's Creed based on that, or the AI. But sometimes it's just pure nonsense.
You feel that it's all like this. Like, if you ask me, like, if you asked anyone actually before this new Assassin's Creed would be released, what do you think the HUD will be like? You can like name these features. So yeah, and then of course you will have.
Also, he named some things that are likely in it, like for example, a mini map or maybe a compass, a weapon or equipment display.
But
a health bar.
Does it really say this is likely in it?
What does he say? He says, in the immersive world of Assassin's Creed Shadows, the head-up display HUD serves as your window into the game's intricate systems and vital information. Mastering its nuances will empower you to make informed decisions, anticipate threats, and navigate the shadows with unparalleled precision. Wow. This section will provide a comprehensive breakdown of the HUD's essential elements, ensuring you're always aware of his surroundings and prepared for any challenge. He's crazy. Really saying it's in the game.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, maybe we will find out in 93 days. As I'll see here, Ghost Assassin saying, I pre-ordered from the main website and my collector's edition pre-order confirmation is non-existent. I hope I still get it. I hope so. Too for you, Ghost Assassin. I also pre-ordered the strategy guide. I'm gonna quickly like look.
But the real one, right? From
Yeah, no,
is it
yeah,
Panini or so?
yeah. I'm not sure who's
I
doing it.
pre-ordered the real one as well, but I also pre-ordered this gem, and I'm super happy about it and still excited
Yeah, this one,
today.
yeah, the other one did not ship yet, so you at least got one, so that's nice.
I mean, it's always a nice base for having thoughts about the game, and yeah, chapter 2 is like the next thing I just thought that had some interesting parts in it. And yeah, but we can totally talk about it at a later stage. And
yeah, we will have some quotes for you every week, so you can be up to date on what Hopman.
get ready for Hopman.
Hopman thinks will
Make
be
a
in the
hop,
game.
hop.
But
Do you think
yeah,
hopping will be in the game? Bunny hops, like.
I hope there's a quest where we beat Hopman like to death. That would be fun.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
But how can we beat someone who doesn't exist?
Maybe it's like the new quest line for.
Oh, it's called beating the shadow then.
Ooh. Or it would be like if Watch Dogs ever comes back, we get this mission where there's like a person who's like making fake strategy guides, and then we have to hunt him down and take him out. That would be a cool side mission in the next Watch Dogs. Ubisoft, you can take that if you want. So I quickly want to go over this for people who missed it. But yeah, of course, again, in a different timeline, if you just joined, Assassin's Creed Shadows would already be out in early access, or if you got the standard edition, it would be out on November 15th, so in 2 days. But yeah, that's not the timeline we're living in. No, we have to wait, of course, till February 14th. But we know it will be for the best, so I want to once again quickly go over all the sort of details that we know and yeah, that we should expect, and then add the sort of info that we learned today as well. So for one, the extra development time for the delay will cost Ubisoft around the $20 million or euro. But the game should have more content than first planned, with Ubisoft adding a few high-impact secondary quests that will bring even more memorable moments. So that's pretty cool, and this probably not the Season Pass mission that they already had planned that will now be available for everyone. But yeah, that's another. So basically, we will have more content at launch than first, and I'm really curious to hopefully see in the game what those high-impact secondary quests will be, if we will easily figure that out. We already made a prediction, I think, about it, right? Where we think those, or I thought that those missions would have like a different icon, so we can kind of see what those missions are, because maybe they planned them for post-launch and are now just adding them into the game at launch. The delay should also remove small frictions Ubisoft usually fixes with post-launch patches, so progression issues and all that sort of stuff. It should really be more
That's the best
polished.
thing about it, really, yeah.
Yeah.
Having no hard stock story mission thingies with deck in the settlement.
Let's
It's
hope.
the best.
Yeah, let's hope that that's not the case. I mean, we know that with like 20 million euro, like a lot of people at Ubisoft are just constantly replaying the game, and of course they will still not get all the issues, because when millions of people play it at launch, there will be way more things will be found. But yeah, we would hope that with the extra months they can really iron out a lot of things. So yeah, this is talking about how Star Wars Outlaws mostly was the reason for the delay. Next week, we have that Star Wars Outlaws update. Are you going to check it out?
Oh, yeah, I might hop into the game like Hopman again. And
the DLC will
check
also
it
be
out,
out
yeah,
then.
sure.
The DLC will also
Why
be
not?
out then. And yeah, they should have some combat, stealth, and controller upgrades. So we'll be checking it out.
It's going to
as
be
well.
a big change as well. Yeah,
I hope
you
so.
already talked about like they changed the creative director for Star Wars Outlaws.
Yeah.
Or
That's crazy.
And he moved to the old one moved to Division 3 though.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he was always like, he actually, I think, was gonna go to Division 3 in August, but yeah, Star Wars just wasn't doing too hot and in a less ideal state than they probably anticipated. So that's why they are that's why he's now only moving to Division 3, and we have a new creative director. So I'm expecting them to do more with the game than they first planned, and I hope so, because there is something there, but it also feels like a game kind of stuck in time, in my opinion. But yeah, that's for another time. Let's go back here. So again, we are all saying, oh, we would have been playing the game right now, but what they are basically saying here is that the game was not in a good enough state to be released. The extra time will be used to tweak some gameplay mechanics based on feedback highlighted in playtest and mock reviews. Like, so I really think that this really feels like a Valhalla situation over again. And people sometimes forget how broken Valhalla was, but I remember there was like a line from PowerPix, the game guides, the best guides, like traditional guide person, I would say, in the gaming industry, and he had like a line where it was like, I've never played a more broken game at launch in terms of progression issues, because he's of course going after all the trophies and stuff, and that was very hard to get. Actually, here the pre-order numbers are down compared to Valhalla, but they're still solid according to Insider Gaming. The game will now also launch on Steam at the same time, February 14th. So yeah, that's also good
Now, the
news.
pre-orders also, they of course have been cancelled, so...
Yeah, but they were great. They were great. It's not like they did not delay the game because pre-orders were great. Like, that's of course kind of a story that a lot of people are talking about in terms of, oh, Shadows won't do well. But yeah, the pre-orders were still
I mean,
nice.
Valhalla also was the most hyped one, I think.
Oh yeah,
in terms of pre-orders as well. So yeah,
I'm curious if they will ever reach that again. Like, Valhalla was insane with COVID. Of course, everyone stuck at home playing Odyssey for the first time because they finally had time for it. Like, things just lined up for that game. But yeah.
Yeah, I think with GTA 7 they can reach it.
I mean, Ubisoft with an Assassin's Creed game. I'm not sure if they can ever reach that high.
I was joking.
Again.
Yeah.
Everyone who pre-ordered the game when it had the November date can get a refund. So yeah, that's where we are right now. And then future pre-orders, again, they're not up on the digital storefronts yet, but then you get the first expansion for free. And we now also learned that pre-order mission with the dogs, that's also still happening. But yeah, the collection edition is still happening, but the Gold and Ultimate Edition is scrapped. Early access period is also cancelled. So yeah, everyone is playing on February 14th. Yeah, it's unclear what happens to the Ultimate Edition gear pack mount and pre-order exclusive season pass mission. We now know that. So yeah, it's still
didn't age well.
this pack, it's still happening, but you get it now included in the collection edition, but you probably have to buy it separately if you want it. Yeah, with your standard edition. And yeah, it's unclear if the Animus Hub is also delayed. Yeah, but it is delayed. We know that as well. That is still like another interesting wrinkle that we like.
Imagine Animus Hub coming out tomorrow, out of nowhere.
Hey, where's everyone? Like just like an empty launcher, like
play nothing.
Yeah,
like
boot
the
it
Steam
up,
Banana game.
Yeah, and then you can like see a countdown to Shadows or something. Again, I think I know, of course, that they must have the Animus Hub ready, right? It was supposed to launch this week. I really think it would have been smart of them, and maybe they're still planning that to have something this week, because people are like, oh, I can't play
tomorrow.
Have something at that November 15th when they were originally going to launch it, and maybe have the modern day or something like. But I get it also in terms of their whole strategy. They want to align everything, and yeah, it would have been cool for us, but they don't they want the focus to be okay. Probably when they come out and say something again, they want the everything full focus and all the marketing wheels spinning without any without any things that can hold them back. So launching this now and then having to wait a few weeks again for a new Shadows trailer, maybe not the smartest idea. While if they now launch this if we hopefully see something in December or January, and then bam, the Animus Hub, and then bam, this and this and this and this co-op mode announced, then they can have like a lot of positive news, and then before you know it, the game is out. But we're not in that situation. So of course, at the end of every live stream here, we want to do a prediction. Maybe unless you have like a prediction. Otherwise, we can maybe guess the time it takes to complete the pre-order quest.
Oh, wow. Without skipping the dialogues. We need to set this. Make it.
Yeah, there will be, of course, people on the internet that are going to play it as well. So this is the pre-order mission.
Mm.
There will be people on the internet playing it as well. We will be playing it, of course. Or at least will you be able to play it because you...
Hopefully at some point.
Or should we do the season pass mission? Because that we know for a fact that you will be playing that. Let's do the season pass mission. Because we will all be playing that.
Mm.
Because maybe just like with Mirage, we cannot play the...
Okay.
The pre-order mission because we get the game through Ubisoft.
I mean, yeah. I'm ready. Already have a prediction.
Okay, and of course, let us know in the chat as well what do you think. Like this was the season pass originally, the season pass mission. Now everyone gets it for free. Infiltrate a secret society from the inside. Should we just type it out and say it in the chat and then?
Yeah, sure. In the live stream chat or in the Discord chat?
In the live stream chat.
So we're gonna make a countdown and then count down 3, 2, 1.
And then say it. Yeah. And then the person who's like closest wins. Okay.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, freaking close. Oh, it's gonna be a tough one.
Yeah. Because I think the Beowulf was actually pretty long. That was the previous season pass mission.
Yeah.
I think. Let's look at that.
We are extremely close together.
Yeah.
1 hour? Well, okay. That's...
So Beowulf Valhalla mission.
I mean, yeah, they kind of promised some really meaningful stuff, so there's gotta be some game time as well. How long did the Beowulf take?
Yeah.
28 missions.
28 minutes according to this creator. Let's see what other people are saying.
So also
okay. It's
on like the medium difficulty and no skipping cutscenes.
No,
I mean, it's different if you one-hit everything.
I think we can do it like this. Because if we do it like this...
With JV. JV has to play it, and then we JV's time.
Yeah, no, wait. Let's do it like this. Okay, we're moving here. So you see here, I did the search, and then you see, and I can like do it on YouTube as well. But then you see it's like 28. But 24. I think he did make some cuts, probably, right?
Yeah, most likely.
23, 31. Like, if this was the case for the Shadows mission, you would have won, because it's clear it does not even reach the 35.
But we're in a completely new era of Assassin's Creed, and those rules might not apply to the future anymore.
But yeah, this will be how we like gauge the time. Do you agree?
And then, yeah, of course. And we also have to like maybe play the quest simultaneously in a speedrun on stream.
That would be cool. Like, who finishes the fastest?
Yeah. And then we have Joyce or Dennis as moderating the fight.
That would be fun. Yeah.
And we have Jordan kicking into the fortress like boom.
Oh, that would be like, yeah. We can like totally do fun stuff like that, but I do think it will be a bit after lunch because we will have enough to talk about before that point. But yeah, any final remarks before we end the stream here, and then let's hope Ubisoft gives us some new stuff next week.
Hopefully
there will be a time where we will not be doing the show.
I can already say November 27th, I won't be here. I will be in Vienna.
Okay. Then we will not do the show. And the week after that also.
Oh. So you gotta be there next week. Otherwise,
Yeah. So next
you
week
will
we
be
will have
missing it.
next week we will have our final show before a sort of break, and of course when during the break Ubisoft will announce a lot of things, probably. But
So December 4th, also no show.
yeah,
And after that as well, or
no, December 11th I think should be good if you are good. But yeah,
and of course December 25th, I will be
it's
at my family.
yeah, no,
Like
it's Christmas. Yeah, so we want, of course, do this every week, but yeah, we both decided, hey, it's good because, like, there's not a lot to talk about. But when in January we will be back weekly. That's basically the promise, of course.
on
Um,
January 8th.
yeah. Honestly, I can't wait for the Shadows streams from the team. Obviously, playing it myself solo, but streams too. Can't wait. Yeah, and of course, always with the streams. I wanna do just like open world exploration. I'm never gonna do main missions. That would be a spoiler. So that is usually a lot of fun to do. And yeah, I think that will be on February 13th, like the day before. That's usually when we are able to stream. So that would be a lot of fun. I'm excited
Exactly.
about it. But for now,
Yeah.
we have a kind of quiet winter. I saw some people talk about Indiana Jones. That's coming up, indeed. I'm
Also Dragon Ball on your channel.
a lot of Dragon Ball. But I will never post a video on it. I will just play it offline. No.
Yeah. So we will
that's
see
gonna
next
hurt
week,
an entire month of
everyone.
easy mode. We will still be there in December, but yeah, not every week. But next week we will be there, and then hopefully we have some good stuff to talk about. I mean, that's always what surprised me. We will always find something fun to talk about, and it was fun to go through the pre-order missions again and kind of get that sense again and what they were like. I'm sure we can find some other things. Again, if you have a topic or a thing you want us to discuss when there is no news, drop it, of course, in the comments. So Maya, sorry, I totally missed your super chat, so I'm gonna scroll up and let's see. High impact secondary quest, Cult of the Weeps. I mean, I would play that. I would play that. And Nick Daly also here. Hey guys, love the pod. Just wondering how many hours exactly do you each have on Valhalla? Thanks, Nick, for your generous donation there. Appreciate it. And Samaya also had another one. In Odyssey, the Secret Society was the Cult of Cosmos. In Shadows, the Secret Society is the Cult of the Week. I mean, I would like that because that would give me more reason to really do my best against that guild. But to end it, Frankie boy, your Valhalla.
Short boy.
Your Valhalla number.
Valhalla number.
Yeah, the hours you played.
Oh, let me quickly check. How many hours did you play?
I'm not sure if I'm able to. Oh wait, maybe I can like see it.
I can see it in Ubisoft Connect, and they kind of changed it for Ubisoft Connect. Back then, you could like just click on a game and it would pop up, but right now I think you have to really dive into it. 1 sec. I have a few hours though in the game. Ah, I know how many. I know mine. Okay, Jordan is kicking in as well.
I have to boot up the right PlayStation.
Yeah, sure. PlayStation. Gato no signal. Hello again. There you are.
Yeah, because I now have the Pro, of course, as well. I did not install Valhalla yet on the Pro, so I have to boot up the other system. Oh, there we go. Yeah, let's quickly do this.
Sure.
Okay, we should be good. Oh, is it not the right controller? Why?
It's not the shiny one.
So for some reason the controller is not. Is this not the right? Oh. Yeah, I'm using. The
Also,
wrong
your
wire.
microphone is kind of far away from you right now.
Yeah, sorry. I'm using the wrong wire. Thanks for noting. But okay. Oop.
Okay, let's go.
Yes. Okay.
I gotta be honest, I thought I had more hours in it. And of course, it's just on our system, not the hours we played in preview sessions, etc. at studios. That doesn't count, right? Only the pure.
Yeah, I mean.
What?
Yeah,
Okay, crazy. I mean, there might be some idle hours, but...
Yeah. No, it's quite some idle hours, I think. It has to be.
Okay, wow. That is really... insane. I'm just on 368 hours.
That's still sick.
No, it's not. I have more hours on The Witcher, though. I think I have almost 500. On Odyssey, I have 409. And on Origins, 223. So, yeah, I'm playing a lot less than you.
Yeah.
2,000. Wow.
Yeah, but it has to be idle hours. But yeah, that of course.
But
When
how
you're like,
many?
yeah, I don't know. But of course, when you're making a video, the game is still on all the time.
Yeah,
but yeah,
sure.
it's totally a lot played as well, for sure. But I do.
I
think
always turn these games off when I am done with the video. So yeah.
I also turn them off when I'm done with a video. But for example, if I have to write a script and then the game is still on because I'm writing something that I'm seeing on the screen, so of course I think my saves are more at around the 500, 600. But I have multiple saves, so.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, that is the show. Come back to me when it says weeks. What? I've clocked 700 in Valhalla. Damn, Master MG. My most time is GTA 5, and I'm like 1,000. That's crazy. And I'm not even sure if Valhalla would be the game that I've played the most, because I've also played a lot of World of Warcraft. And
Yeah.
That's like
Same for
high.
me.
And
I
League
was
of
gonna
Legends
say.
also is like a lot. So
Didn't really know you were into World of Warcraft, but I likely spent like 14 hours a day on World of Warcraft at a certain time and point in time. Wow.
it's from BlizzCon.
Nice.
Back in the day.
Warcraft.
Yeah, I played a lot, but I can't anymore. It's too much. I'm over
I
it.
just yesterday I logged into World of Warcraft Cataclysm again because Firelands are out, but I didn't find a group to raid.
Okay.
Almost nobody's playing it anymore. Yeah.
R.I.P.
Mm.
Cool.
Cool.
In that, thanks everyone for joining. We will be back next week, and then of course, like we said, we will have a break. But yeah, next week will be fun. Hopefully, we have some new stuff to discuss. Otherwise, we will of course kind of go down memory lane, talk about things with you, and yeah, we will keep you up to date also on our channels. Check out Frankie Boy. Leave a subscribe there for the English content.
Frankie
from
Boy
the man.
13, the best
Frankie Boy.
channel.
Yes. And of course, for German content, check Fragnart. And yeah, on the main channel here. If there is something new, I will of course let you know. But I'm still expecting them to be kind of quiet for some time. And then hopefully at one point they will go maybe Game
And
Awards.
explode.
December 12th. That would be cool. That
Mm.
would be ideal.
And
Okay,
we will
thanks
speak to you
everyone.
in the next one.
Thanks, Brock, of course, for moderating. And we'll